love it here. It's so peaceful all the time. So I wanted to take a little time to reflect on this moment. I know I will like to look back on it in my future if I ever get lost in my journey. It's nice to know that I am able to find my way back to happiness, and to know that I did it more than once, but for sure did it once intensely. It's like just such a good reminder for myself that, okay, like if I do end up getting lost again, I will sure as hell find my way back, right? So that's kind of why I'm making this little video, to remind myself, you know, of how far this journey has taken me, and how proud I am of myself, honestly. Like, it was this car in this little tiny cute little Fiat car of mine that I, you know, made the decision to leave the relationship. There's a biker. It's always awkward when I see people watch me doing this stuff. But anyway, like, I'm just chilling, drinking coffee, looking at this view right now, like in a cute little car. Anyway, it was this little car that I made the decision to leave the relationship, and it was such a pivotal moment because it was also this car that I like would break down in tears for hours and hours, and like, you know, whenever we got into intense arguments, I would always leave our place because it was just too intense. And you know, after you've been arguing for hours, it's like, okay, someone needs to leave and separate themselves for a little bit, and I'll come back and we can try to talk about it then. But I was always the one to leave, even if it was like midnight or 1 a.m. I would get in this little car and I would go for long drives just around the city, and I would cry and cry and cry. And I would even drive to my parents' house like multiple times to just kind of I would want to drive to their house and just walk in the house and be like, help me, but they didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't want to scare them. So I was just kind of like, I would literally just drive around the house like thinking, okay, now I'll go inside, and then I was like, no, like, that's too much. It's too much. It's so hard to figure out how to leave. I didn't know what the hell to do. I was like, I really don't know how to get out of the situation, but I know I need to get out of it for my health, type of thing. And so, you know, I was like, I don't want to be reactive. I want to make a decision, which is different, you know? I don't want people to think I'm going to do this back and forth in and out of the relationship thing. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, if I leave, I leave. And, you know, I wanted to really make sure that I was going to leave this person. And so instead of making the final decision right away, my cousin let me stay with her for like a week. And in that week, I literally saw everything for what it was. And then after that week, I went and stayed at my other friend's beach house, and so grateful she let me do that. And I also like just was thinking about what was actually going on in the relationship. Like, you don't really know what's going on when you're in it, right? It's like hard to see when you're in it, but if you take a step away for like even a couple weeks, like for me that worked. If you take a step away for a couple of weeks, you literally see what's going on, and you see life in a different way, and you see so much. And I was just like, wow, I really just needed that step away. And then I was able to call my mom and tell her while I was like at my friend's house, like, hey, you know, this is something that I've thought about for months and months and months, and I'm finally making the decision to leave. And they were luckily very supportive of me. And so yeah, oh, there's a person that's riding a bike right now. probably thinks I'm filming him, but I'm really filming myself. Awkward. My phone is literally like on the window. Anyway, so yeah, I literally still have moments where I am okay, I'm gonna just be forward and like no shame behind this because, you know, realness is what I like to do, and I'm just gonna be real with you. You know, I went from living in this cute little cottagey type home with my ex-fiance to moving back home into my parents' house, and I didn't have a room because my brother took my room when I moved out. And so I have been sleeping on the couch and on an air mattress in our dining room. I have no door, I have no privacy. All of my clothes are in boxes. I have one little rack with like my nice clothes that are able to hang up. But I'm just saying, like, I was willing, like, it's always, and I'm still happier, you know? Like, I had all the things. I had the ring, I had the man, I had the nice house that I've always kind of wanted. Like, it was so cute and perfect for me, but I was the most unhappy with that. And so, you know, now I don't really have anything and I'm the most happiest. It's so strange. And I'm being real because, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that have shame around like their living situation right now. And, you know, there's really nothing to be ashamed about. Like, you know, whatever, we gotta do what we gotta do. And if I need to live on an air mattress for a little bit to gain my mental strength back, I'm gonna do it. So I'm just grateful that I had that option even to move back home into my parents' house. I literally like had moments of waking up like and crying because I was like, I'm here, I'm home. I'm home, I'm not in that anymore. It's just such a good feeling because I just felt so hopeless before and so like confused and everything. So I just had so many moments of just like, wow, I fucking did it. I did the thing that I didn't think I would be able to do. And I'm just grateful because like I got to experience living at home as an adult, and like I got to like see like how my house was running when I was like living in my room. I was like, oh, you get up at this time, you get up. Like, it's just very cool to it was very nice to be back and in a mindset of just like gratitude the whole time, you know? Like, my family's very loud and like that used to annoy me, and now I'm like, oh, like I have so much appreciation for my family because they are so loud and everyone's so different and everyone's just doing their own thing. Even like, you know, my brothers are up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., like all over the place. And, you know, they're doing their own thing and it's just a very fun environment. And luckily, like, my parents are amazing and they're very, like they're angels. Like they treat us very well. And so I'm very glad to have them. And I have just a bigger appreciation for it, especially after like living in such an unhealthy environment for so long. Not for so long, for like it was only 2 years and it did a lot of damage. So yeah, it's just crazy how just those 2 years did so much. Well, it wasn't just those 2 years, it was like 6.5 years, but you know what I mean? Like the last 2 years is when I lived with him. So, you know, imagine what living with someone for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years does to you. Like, I get messages from people saying like, you know, my mom went through emotional abuse for 30 years and she's still like recovering from it, and it was so hard to watch as a son. And like, I would have been in that situation. I would have had kids with this person, and my kids would have literally like seen me get emotionally abused, and it would have been an endless cycle because they would probably do the same thing to their kids. Like, or maybe they wouldn't. There's, you know, you always have two choices. Not two. You always have choices. So I feel like, You know, in the moment of me leaving, I didn't realize how much I was saying yes to. I was, yeah. I didn't realize how much I was saying. Sorry, there was a biker and I got distracted. In the moment of me leaving, I didn't realize how much I was actually saying yes to. I felt like I was just saying no to this, but I was really saying yes to a healthy life. I was saying yes to my future kids being healthy and seeing healthy experiences. I was saying yes to their futures. I was saying yes to my future. I was saying yes to so many things that I didn't realize. And it really made me realize too, like, I was about to commit to a whole life. It wasn't just a day that you're committing. It's not just a day. Like, words are so important to me, and like, I am someone who really if someone gives me their word, they give me their word. Like, you know, I pride myself in that too, you know, like I'm big on that. And so the fact that I was about to like take vows and then like commit to this whole ass future of messiness is insane to me, because I kind of felt like I was focused on just getting through the wedding day, but really I was about to commit to years and years and years and years and years. And so yeah, I just am very happy to be where I am right now, and in this little car of mine, and in the mountains where I get most of my healing. And it's just so nice to be on the other side of it. It's so nice to be on the other side of it. I am still shocked sometimes. Like, I do still cry sometimes, but it's like happy tears of like, wow, I'm here. Like, I did it. Like, it keeps feeling like, wait, I did that already? Okay, cool. Like, whew, the hardest part is done, you know? Anyway, I'm drinking a little coffee right now. So cheers to creating the life that you want to live because you can, and embracing our truest selves, and not letting anyone get in the way of our truest self, especially ourselves, because we'll get in the way all the time, and that's what'll hold us back forever. But once you once you get out of your own way, it's all good. I promise.
Tea time?
Yeah. Tea. At least he said something. The other guys just awkwardly rode by. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.